spots of the ground here at La Paloma. Here's 401 meteorologist Daniel McFarland with our winter storm alert, who has an update on the conditions right now. Daniel.
Yeah, so we're still seeing plenty of snow moving across Tucson, Arabi right now. This is going to be the intersection of Speedway and Country Club, and this has been really consistent theme across southern Arizona is that the snow is melting when it hits the road. That's a good thing. That's because our temperatures are in between 32 and 35, but it's still cold enough for us to see snow falling. So if you look closely right here in the middle of your screen, you can actually see it moving on through. But it has calmed down a little bit for the city of Tucson itself, but we still have about another solid hour of snowfall before it starts to taper off just a little bit more. The spot where it's officially taken, at least the snowfall total for Tucson, is going to be at the airport. They haven't gotten half an inch of snow yet, but if you live in Oro Valley, you're not really focused on how much the airport's gotten. You've had well over 3 inches. I wouldn't be surprised when it's all said and done with the way things are going there right now, that they have a number closer towards Vales or maybe even Benson with the way it's going right now. Now Midtown and even downtown's getting closer towards about 2 inches of snow. U of A, I'd also say, is right about that number. But Vale and Benson, so if we check in with these two spots, they're starting to get more of that snow that was in Tucson moving into their area. Benson, who's already had 4.5 inches, is about to go through about an hour and a half of a lot of heavier snow. Same thing with Vale. You're right there in the middle of it, but you're not really going to be seeing that same kind of heavy snow that you had, say, just after midnight. So you're not going to end up with 7 inches of snow in Vale, but closer towards 5 if it's as heavy as it has been in Tucson. Now closer towards the city itself, you can see all along Speedway on the east side and through Houghton, that's where the heaviest snow has been. So if you're waking up on the east side of town and you need to head over towards, say, downtown or midtown, you are going to have plenty of snow on the first part of your drive, but your second part of the drive, not really so much at that point in time. Oro Valley, pretty much all along Oracle has had a good bit, especially north of Ina. That's where a majority of the snow has fallen so far. And don't forget that even though we're not necessarily under that winter weather advisory in Tucson at the moment, you still need to take very similar precautions, but all of Cochise County is going to be underneath that for a minute here. All right, so if you look here at the next few hours, I do think about 7 to 8 o'clock is when most of this is going to be wrapping on up. If you're in Tucson, if you're in Cochise County, small rain chances for you and snow chances closer towards 9 or 10 o'clock, depending on your temperature there. But everyone should be pretty much clear by lunchtime. And some good news, wind not going to be too much of an issue for today. Remember yesterday, some of the strongest wind gusts we had were right around, I'd say 50 to 60 miles per hour in those higher elevations. There were even some spots around Tucson that were well over 40 with those winds. But things are going to really calm down with not only the winds, but also these temperatures after this. 50 is going to be the high today, 58 for Friday, and then into the 70s throughout all of next weekend. That was weather. Let's go ahead and check in with traffic now one time before you get on outside. And things are looking good through most of the city. There were those 2 wrecks that